Welcome back. I am up here in my creeper farm because if we're going to work on the mines today, I want some TNT. I want to blow it up. Oh, lovely. Why are you in here? Rude. I have already got a full barrel full of gunpowder, but I am reserving that for rockets. So this is now going to be for my TNT today. I don't think I'm going to need all of it, but it's nice to have the extra. Whilst I remember though, I was all the way up in that AFK platform for a good long while, and I've been up there for hours in this game save. I've spent a lot of time AFK in this world. Anybody else who is using this seed, I know a few of you are playing along, has it ever rained? I genuinely don't think I've ever seen it rain in this world, and I have been in this world for nearly 1500 days. A lot of that has been spent inside AFK, probably a good 50% of it, because I'm quite often just tucked away in the caves back there letting my farms grow. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it rain. It's just unusual to me because my other world, my 1.18 world, which obviously wasn't on a video, this is my first series, so my 1.18 world, it used to rain like genuinely like 50% of the time. So to me it's really baffling that this world seems to have never rained. I don't think I turned it off in any of the settings when I was making the world. I don't even know if you can do that. I know you can do it with cheats, but I've got cheats turned off, so that doesn't make any sense. Where is my rain? I also do apologise if any of the footage is particularly janky this episode. I updated OBS because it recommended it to me, and wish I hadn't. I had to reinstall an old version because for whatever reason it completely destroyed any recording. And I don't know if I'm just being paranoid, but it even seems like the older version is now being weird. I haven't changed any settings in game, or on my computer, or in OBS, so I don't know why this has happened. The only explanation is it's something to do with the update. So that's terrific. Hopefully that'll get sorted soon. And a little update on the allays. I had to take out a waterfall. There was just a waterfall streaming from there, but because it was just into a hole in the ceiling, they decided to swim up into that hole, and then because of the water pressure couldn't get out, so I just ran past here to check on my bamboo, and I can just hear them dying. I can just hear them taking damage, and I couldn't find them. It took me so long to find them up there. I'm surprised they lived. Honestly, very rude of them. But they are here. Apparently they regenerate health on their own, so they've just healed themselves naturally. But yes, that was a little concerning. So there is now no water source, and I haven't heard them trying to drown themselves since, so that's very good. They're really growing on me, they're so cute. Get the bamboo while we're here. Every time I run past, it's at pretty much full height. That's 3 boxes, I think, now. Yeah. Nice. Anyway, explosives. Right, I need sand, don't I? I'm going to presumptuously... Is it sand or gravel? No, it's sand. Oh, you don't need paper either. I thought you might need a bit of paper for the wrapper, but you don't. Okay. How many am I getting? 45. That should be enough. Do I want to just take it up to 60? Well, 60-ish. Ooh, 1 off. Get a little bit more TNT and round that up to a stack. Thank you. And now to the mines, to the spot we're going to blow up. This hole in question. I want to see how far I can go before it gets ridiculous. I want this to be a deep hole, and if that means going all the way to bedrock, then we will. But we might not. We'll have to see. Oop. Terrific. Oh no, this is kind of satisfying. I want it to be quite a uniform hole as well, which is why I'm doing it with TNT, because then it should just go in the same spot every time. What? Is that because I'm crouched? Okie dokie. That's not a thing I knew you could do. I quite like the jaggedy edges it's making as well. That's not something I would do myself. I'm going to need more than a stack, aren't I? Stop doing that. I'm going to need another flint and steel as well. Yeah, need to go get another one. I think I'm going to get another stack while I'm there as well. Yeah, that's probably it now. Okay. I was going to put some water down, but then it won't explode, will it? Ouch. My shins. My poor antique shins. Oh, creeper. I think... Is this the middle? I think this is the middle-ish. I don't want it to wander too much from... Stop it. I don't want it to wander too much from where it was. Honestly, it probably wouldn't take that much longer to dig this, but I'm enjoying TNT. I don't use it often enough. Getting down to deep slate. Oops, that was a bit fast. Knocked it off course slightly. That's alright. Tempted to take a pause to go get that tough vein, because I'm always in need of tough. Whee. Oh good, I hear zombies. Just block that off, they don't need to know. I was following an ore vein, and now I'm in another mine shaft. There's iron everywhere again. Go away, go away. Thank you. Okay, that'll have to do for now. I'm going mad getting all of this. I'll have to come back for it another time. Which is fine. I would like to have a mine down here. It's why I'm digging this enormous, great big hole. To have a mine that actually takes you all the way down to bedrock without having to wiggle your way down little paths or anything. I'm glad I decided to not just blast my way through that with TNT. But we shall come back to that when this is done. There's a few little caves off to the side, so I'm going to give them proper doorways and maybe little platforms. So you come down the water, but you know where to stop. You don't just have to plummet and take your chances. Back to the explosives. Need to wait for the water to clear first. Lovely. And resume. I think I have to stop here because it keeps spilling out into lava, and I don't think it's blasting through the lava, and also there's a diamond down there, so I'll go get it. But I think that's it for now. Okay. I have a feeling there's going to be some under here. Nope. Okay, excellent. If I dig down manually, where can I go? Need to get away from it a little bit. That should be fine. Now there's just too much lava down here now, I think. We'll block it off for now. Leave it be. I'll leave it there. In terms of exploding, yeah, that's good. That's a good deep hole. Look at that. Put the TNT in there for now. Thrilling. Good. 3 stacks of deep slate to pick my way through. Getting near the end. Getting there. Cool, cool, like that. What's that? 6.5 stacks. That's nice. And what we had in here. Yes, thank you, zombie walls. I completely agree. So, now that I've got my inventory cleared out, brought some stuff over just to start decorating the top. Make it look not so blunt, because at the moment it is literally just a hole into the ground. I'd like there to be a little more decoration, a little more like it's planned. And I'm going to put at least one, I might aim for a couple, of sort of like visible geodes that aren't amethysts. I've wanted to have a go at making different colours, so I'm going to have a shot at that today. It's probably not going to look very good, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to put water down since I don't need TNT now. That way I can get in and out without using up 17 rockets each time. Whee! Oh, it's not... Oh! It hadn't hit the bottom. That's embarrassing. Back we go. Lucky I've got this tunnel, otherwise I'd be having to run all the way over the hill. The water should be at the bottom now, hopefully. Wow, 7 levels back. It's been so long since I've seen myself without armour on. Wow, that's a view. My head looks really little without a helmet. Gotta swim back up because I actually wanted to be near the top. I just wanted to see if the drop was done. And I was too soon. I only wanted to be around this level. Maybe down a smidge. Yeah, I'll maybe go here. Since there's already a gap here. Take the coal while I'm at it. Make a little more room to put a geode in. I'm going to block up this tunnel because I don't need it for anything. It's just a surface level one. This is where it gets a bit weird, and I didn't bring enough of this. I thought I brought more than 7 bits of terracotta, but apparently I did not. Who needs a sensible number of anything? Honey. Yeah, it needs more layers, doesn't it? That's the problem. That's why I wanted to bring more terracotta, because I thought I'd be able to hide it in the back there. Yeah, okay. So from up here it looks a bit strange, but it certainly kind of reads as a geode. Ooh, there's a bit of glass doesn't reach out to honey. Interesting. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. That doesn't look right. The yellow's such a acidic kind of yellow. I wish it was a bit softer like the terracotta is. Is it one of those instances where I need to just make as many layers as possible to make it look intentional? Right, go look at it from above. I actually think it's just the yellow that's spoiling that. I think the kind of prickliness of it works quite well, but the The yellow rather than the orange is what's spoiling that. Okay, needs work, but I think that'll do for now. I might put some more basalt. Why can I never remember this stuff? Put some more of this on the top. And then bury it a little bit in stone. And block this up, because I don't need it. Okay, while that's hidden it a little bit from the top... Oh. Hello. While that's hidden it a little bit from the top, I kind of don't mind it. I think I'm just going to move a couple of blocks. No, I still don't like that one. You'd think I'd have learnt about falling today. Okay, yeah, that will do. I just want it to be something that you can see at a glance as you're running past or as you're looking down. It's just something that's a little different and it's not an amethyst geode. An inference that there's other stuff here. I'd like there to be others. One of them requires iron, which of course I have just smelted, and I've only just realised that I should have kept it because I wanted it as like a raw iron block. So I shall have to go find some more. It won't be too difficult, especially given that there's actually the iron vein down there, which I might just go have a quick look at, see if I can find it now. Yep, some right there. It's amazing how much you miss every time you go back and check over an area. 5 minutes later, over a stack, got a little bit of gold, got a raw block anyway, so that's nice. And a lot more tuff again. Time to start towering again. 2.5 stacks. So 18 blocks total. That's nice. Right, iron and deep slate. Looks really nice. At least I think it does. In like a hideous, fleshy, lumpy, rocky kind of way. Yep, that looks like something. Yeah, nah, me. I don't hate it, I don't love it. Very lumpy. I'll maybe just leave it at one of those for now. Also, because you can't see them as much as I thought you would. So I may be better off leaving most of them on the surface rather than in the tunnel. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to tidy up this top bit and see what we've got to work with. I actually think I need to push these back a little bit. I think I'll use the replay mod for this so I can just noodle away at it and get it all pretty. Have it make sense. I want to pass through here. I want to fence it off a little bit so it's not as treacherous. Especially for when we have free roaming villagers. And yeah, just tidy it up so it looks like it's meant to be like this rather than just be in a hole. Okay, I think that will do for now. It's blocked off the view here, but I've made like a little lift bit. This is where the lift will eventually go. When I say lift, I just mean a water drop for now. I'd like to decorate it to make it look more like it's something wooden that is powered by the lift, but functionally we would travel by the water. I've kept these piles of mossy stones around it, that maybe they've potentially used it as an anchor. At the right angles you can still see the geodes. You'll see them more as you're going down the waterfall, obviously. And the path is just a path. That's about it. I'm going to leave it at that for now. I have to do a bit of backwards and forwards in here, I think. I don't think we're going to be able to finish one thing, then move on to the next, then move on to the next. I think we're going to have to keep coming back occasionally, tidying things up. If I want a water-powered lift there, then I need to figure out where the water sources are going. So they're coming from around this geode, but then where are they going? I like the idea that that one goes into the cave and becomes a lift there as well, but these two probably need to come down here. But where are they coming from? In a way, they're coming from in the geode, and then there's a bit here inside the geode that's actually spilling in. So I maybe could do to build a pool or something there so that it, you know, visually makes sense. That water is coming from a pool here, into there, down here, and down there. And then once we know where the water is, and I can get that lift in, and I can get a lift in there, then I can start putting in other stuff around this mine area. Okay, I've cleared out my inventory. Whereabouts up here would be best to put a water source. There's a foxy here. I haven't seen foxes up here for ages. I'm glad they're still spawning. I did wonder if I'd invaded too much around here and if they would stop spawning eventually. Glad to see there's still some. Yeah, so this is the big geode, so I think here might be a nice spot. There's already a nice level bit. Maybe just take out a couple of these trees and work with this patch here. Okay. So I decided, as I was digging all this out, that I'm actually going to keep it as smaller pools. So I've got a couple over here, slightly deeper ones, and then a big one back here. And I'm going to make them a little bit rocky, but I'm going to keep them quite, you know, mostly dirt and podzol. and I'm going to emulate the hot springs over there. This is one that they've turned into a bath. They've bricked it in and turned it into a bath, but naturally just some rough dirt pools with the steam coming out of them, because then it ties together, makes more sense. If I had a couple more on that side as well at some point, which I might do today, we'll see, it'll also make sense for over there as well. Just keep adding the layers to the story that you're building. I just need to go get a few things and then I can start on this. Most of what I need to get is campfires. Good job I keep finding coal everywhere. I think I'll aim for about 14 for the whole lot. Actually, I'll take a few more just in case. Okay, I'll take 2 more just in case. Okay, got a load of stuff on me. Just got to fill in the water first, and then I can start decorating. I'll have a little bit more greenery, as in I'll have some of the rose bushes and more of the ferns just around here, because if it's warm, then I think stuff would grow a little bit more readily. But I would still quite like to keep it quite gritty and earthy. I'm really liking how this has come out so far. It's a smidge more lush than I intended it to be, but I don't mind. It's only really these 2 patches. I feel like it kind of fits thematically what I was trying to do. But it's very nice when you're up here, very lush, very kind of colourful but in a muted way. I really like how Podzol, it doesn't sap the colour out of things, but it very much sort of just stops stuff getting too vibrant. Now I need to make some channels from here down into and around the geode. I don't want them to be surface channels because I don't really want there to be these big blue ribbons of blue water cascading down the hillside, but I would like there to be little hints hidden in, so they're just popping out every now and again. Need one from these pools here to go down to the mine entrance that is there. You can just see the top of the doorway. And we need some to go around the other side of the geode so that it can service the lift that will be in the hull. The bit of water that's flowing is there, so kind of in line with these trees, just slightly right of that bit of bamboo. I can maybe put something in here. Yeah, just little rivers hidden in the walls. I'll have to see if I like that in the morning. I shall go to sleep precariously balancing a bucket on my palm. Yeah, I think it needs a couple more. Needs a couple more this side, but I like how that works rather than having big ribbons of blue noodling their way down the hillsides. Oh, my keyboard is playing up again. Come on. Can I actually go all the way through to the pond? Probably not. Oh, perfect. Didn't mean for that to line up, but it did. Oh, where's it going? Oh, my hillside. I don't think it did too much damage. I think it really just took out the rose bushes. Oh no, not my grass. Yeah, I don't think it did much else. Just grasses and ferns. Annoying, but not the end of the world. Right, so where was I? Yeah, that's more what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. These ones are a bit straight. They'll probably get sorted out as and when I direct them towards this lift, which I shall be doing now. Well, as the next job. Obligatory check on the bamboo. Yep, it's added up. I think that's that entire back row done now, and that bottom one is done, so... over a quarter. Please go away. I don't want you there. Why are these bits floating? Where is the stone gone? I am confusion. No, it's definitely on. So now I need to direct these bits of water down to where the lift is going to be. And this is where I think I'm going to bring in some more stonework, because this is going to be deliberately directed by the people who built the mine. And this one here is similarly going to go down into the cave that is just below it. You can see the doorway here. So this water stream is going to go into that cave and become a water lift in there as well. There isn't going to be a way down yet in this one. I'm just going to make it decorative for now. So visually it will look like something, but there won't actually be any function to it. If that's the main easiest one to access, then this can just remain as a decorative thing. There's no need to put a drop all the way down to the mining levels, unless I happen to find just a good place for it to line up if there's part of the mine shaft lines up nicely, because then that's half the work done for me, isn't it? Just dig down to meet it. But yes, I wish to pull this water down to here, so I think I'm going to make the channel first and then put the water in. I think for the height it actually wants to be on like stilts, doesn't it? It wants to be on legs, not into the ground. Yeah, okay, no. I was jumping 3 steps ahead there. Okay, for now, this will have to do. I did have plans for like a bigger system going on here. There was like a wheel as if it was going to go off to power something else. It just doesn't fit. It would have been way too kind of like scrunkled up and smushed in against the wall. So I have for now just left it as purely a water trough. And it goes down into the hole, which at the moment I have just left as a little bit of decoration on the surface. There's like a hint of some kind of lift system going on here. That is the one and only platform that I've put in so far. You can jump all the way down to the bottom, but it is a smidge precarious because there are so many things sticking out. You have to make sure you jump from the right spot. But for now, I've left it as this. Don't forget we're going to have minecarts and stuff around here, and there's going to be other cranes. So if I start making things too big and too chunky, it's just going to fill this space so quickly in a way that probably isn't functional. I'm going to prioritise things like the lifts and the cranes, and I'm going to prioritise things like geodes because that's part of the storytelling. This is just a nice feature that I added in as an extra after the fact. I wanted to be able to go all the way down, and I wanted to be able to not waste... I think it takes about 4 rockets to get from the top to the bottom, and that's provided you have a good takeoff. So I don't want to waste 4 rockets every single time I go down to the bottom, so a water stream will do it, and that just makes the water stream, again, look intentional. It just doesn't look like I've popped a bucket at the top of the hole. It's part of the storytelling. And in here is fairly similar. There's another kind of pulley system, as if the water is going to scoop into those. Yeah, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but it kind of doesn't need to. It is just decorative, and then there's the platform, there's some barriers, and there's the chains that lift it up and down. That's about it. Even though there hasn't been a huge great build this episode, I kind of feel like that's it for today. I feel like now I'm just nitpicking. But I do have one more little job that I want to do before I call the end of the episode, and it means flying over there-ish. When I came to put in the water into this, because the bottom is slabs, because I didn't want it to be too chunky, I had to use ice blocks. So I went and got some ice blocks, because there's a village just over here, literally, just over here. There's another one. There's about 6 in a ring around this settlement. There it is. But just past... Come on, interview. Yes, there's a load of mountains that have ice on them. And just past these mountains is something I have been looking for so long. But I am here for, and they were up here. Please still be here. Please don't have despawned. I will cry. Where have they gone? There's one of them. I want the donkeys. When I first started building, there were easily about 4 donkeys on that hillside, and I have one of them in my stable, but the others just have disappeared. But I want donkeys. I want them for around the docks, and I want them for around the mines, so it makes sense to pick these ones up while I'm here. Now, I don't think I've got any more leads in here, have I? Because there's actually 3. I thought there was only 2 here, but there's actually 3. Ah, right, I'll at least take 2, although it's getting to be bedtime. Bedtime first. I don't actually think I've got any of these in my storage, so I might just punch a load of these while I'm here. There we are, a stack. Now back home. Yeah, here's the tiger coming through the mist, and there's the crane. Now I've got to get across a bit of river. How did we end up in the one spot that has nowhere to go? Bye. Wonder if I can knock this one off too, and then if I can jump. Because that one's probably going to die now. And I don't have any water in my water bucket, so I can't save it. Wonder if it's worth gliding. Will gliding save it? It did not. And that one is still up there. I think I'm just going to go home and get some saddles and ride them back, because this is a pain in the butt. Ow. Wait. When did I get 2 donkeys here? I always had 2 donkeys and I've just had like a donkey blank? Alright, cool. I'm not going back for the other donkeys. I've just murdered a donkey on a cliff, apparently. Right then, I'll breed up some more donkeys. That is so weird. I know I got 1 off the hillside here. I have no recollection of ever getting a second donkey. Consume. Produce a donkette. Hello, donkette. Adorable. While I'm here though, I think I will tell you my plans for next week. I'm going to build that wither skull farm. I'm in the mood has taken me. I shall succeed. Found a tutorial online, which I shall be following to the letter. Hello. I will get myself some beacons. I actually don't have any emeralds yet for the beacon base, so I'm going to have to use iron to begin with. But I am making some progress on the emerald situation. But I would like to get at least 1 beacon in the mines, so that I can actually use that mine that we've created today. I've only ever fought a wither a couple of times before, and one was a complete disaster. I'll tell you about it next episode, rather than just blabbing about it here, but it was a complete disaster. The other one was just kind of as expected. Normally I just cheese it by trapping it in the bedrock in the end. That's the simplest way of doing it. But I think for some drama, we will actually aim to fight one next week. And honestly, once I've fought one, I will probably just cheese the others in the bedrock in the end. There's no need to do it again. But for a little bit of drama, we shall have a battle. But I think I shall call it here for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye for now.